Normalized Difference Vegetation Index, or NDVI, quantifies the amount of green vegetation using the reflectance of near-infrared and red light wavelengths. So here we are in ArcGIS Pro. I'm going to load my Landsat image from Catalog. Now you see there is this MTL text file here. This is what I'm going to add to my map. So as you can see, it displays my image as natural color, or simply red, green, and blue. But it has some clouds in it. Before you do any type of NDVI analysis, running an atmospheric correction will increase the accuracy of your results. But I won't be doing any radiometric corrections at all in this video. So if you right-click this layer, it actually has all the bands that are 30 meters in resolution. The bands that I am interested in are red, which is band 4, and near-infrared, which is band 5. Just make a mental note of those two bands because we're going to use them later on. To perform NDVI in ArcGIS Pro, you'll first have to click on the Imagery tab. Click on the Raster Functions drop-down. Then, select Raster Functions. This will open up a pane on your right-hand side. The option for NDVI is right at the top, but there are actually two options for you. The grayscale leaf will generate a simple one-band output, whereas the green leaf will create a colorized raster with more options for output. So I'm going to keep things simple and choose the first option for NDVI. First, you're going to have to select your raster image. Next, you'll have to choose your bands. So we know band 4 is red. So let's select band 4 in the visible band ID. For the infrared band ID, we're going to pick band 5 because that's our near-infrared band. Finally, I'm going to make sure that I have a check mark for scientific output. This will ensure that my output spans a range of -1 to +1. Alright, now all I have to do is push the Create New Layer button. It didn't take long to run at all, so as you can see the range is correct, but I don't like this color ramp. So I'll click my color ramp in the Contents pane. Now I want to select one that has green to red. That's just my preference. Okay, that's much better. So there we have it. I created an NDVI layer in ArcGIS Pro. Let's check out the results a bit. The NDVI values range from -1 to +1, with higher values indicating a higher density of healthy green vegetation. Values close to -1 indicate water bodies, such as lakes, oceans, or rivers, where there is little or no vegetation. Values close to 0 represent barren areas, such as rocks, sand, or urban surfaces, with little or no vegetation. Finally, values between 0 and 1 indicate areas with varying degrees of vegetation density, where higher values represent denser and healthier vegetation. You might want to try thresholds like I mentioned to identify areas with specific vegetation densities, water, and urban areas. The last thing that I want to say is that there are just a couple of other things to keep in mind when you run this type of analysis. Depending on the imagery, you might have to pre-process the imagery to ensure that all bands are properly calibrated and aligned. This step may involve radiometric or geometric correction. Remember to consult with the ArcGIS Pro documentation or user guides for detailed instructions specific to the version you are using, as the interface and steps might vary slightly. So to conclude, NDVI analysis helps in monitoring vegetation health, estimating vegetation biomass, detecting vegetation changes over time, and identifying areas affected by drought, deforestation, or other environmental factors. It is widely used in fields such as agriculture, forestry, ecology, and land management for assessing vegetation conditions and trends. I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you next time.